See, as I was saying in the last video, apparently Tangle is Italian, which is weird because you would never expect it. But yeah, I was on Twitter earlier before recording, and there's some article that got reposted that I read through, and apparently Tingle is supposed to be Italian. I mean, I never would have guessed. That's cool, but also I kind of think that might be a lie. I think that might have been faked because, well, number one, throughout all the comics, she has never once shown any sign of being Italian. Not really cool. I mean, you know, it could be funny. Damn it. Alright, I fucking hate these grounders. They always get in the way. Alright, but I am excited to finally be moving on from Sonic 1. Even though if I wanted to, I could have done all the games of Tails, all the games of Rayman, and all of them again as Knuckles. And save myself repetition by going through the same game over and over and over again all at one time. But no. I don't take things the easy way. I do them the weird my way. Whichever way I feel like doing, which is complicated and just a bad idea in general. Come on. Bubble me. Thank you. By the way, anyone else find it weird that in the mobile port of Sonic 2, Tails can't go super? Like, surely I'm not the only one who thinks that's weird. Also, it was the mobile version of Sonic 2. That was the first time I not only beat the Death Egg and got through the whole game, but also got all the Chaos Emeralds. And then also through the mobile ports is just the first time I played Sonic CD in general. And then through Origins, I got all the Time Stones and got the good ending. God, I love how goofy Knuckles. Uh-oh. Shit. I really thought I could outrun the spike ball. Sonic 1 is probably the hardest out of all the classic games, minus the Game Gear games. Purely based on the fact that unlike 2, 3, and CD, it doesn't hold your hand whatsoever. No, Sonic 1 gives it to you how it is. Water levels are a bitch in this game. And non-water levels are just that, non-water levels. The early part of the game is definitely the easiest, but it's not patronizingly easy. Granted, none of the games are, but it's very obvious Sonic City is the easiest game. Sonic 2 I consider to be the second easiest game, followed by Sonic 3 and then Sonic 1. Honestly, that's part of the reason I consider Sonic 1 to be better. Because on one hand, I do feel like Sonic 3 just has harder levels in general. But I also feel like it has way easier levels than Sonic 1. Ironically, the majority of that game's good levels are all the easy ones. Which those levels are pretty much just spectacles with a little bit of platforming thrown in there. There, bubble. There we go. It would be cool if in the options you could toggle on and off the elemental shields for Sonic 1, 2, and 3D. Alongside a 7th Chaos Emerald for Sonic 1. I think that would just be cool to have as like an option. I've often played with the idea of making a video detailing and describing that Sonic 1 is a better game than all of the other classic games. I don't know, I've just never really gotten far with it. Like, I'll sit down, I'll start writing the video, and then I'll just kind of stop shortly into it. Even a time or two I've gone through and even started making it without a script and just kind of spoke through my thoughts. Even one time I had an entire video where I just ran through the entirety of Sonic 1 on Mega Collection. And it ended up, and it was basically just to rant about how I think Sonic 1 was better. And I ended up getting nowhere with that video because I ended up scrapping it. I also feel like this section in general has just been made easier. Oh, the water definitely raises fast. Shit. Oh, no, you fucking bastard. Yep. Yeah, if Knuckles didn't have that stupid gift jump, I would have fucking made it. What? I was still in a ball, you bastard. Go. Alright, there we go. That was not that hard. I don't know why it took me 3 tries just to do one section I've done a million different times by now. Alright. You know something that I've always found funny? Is the fact that Sonic 1 sold like 3 times more than Sonic 3. And it sold twice as many copies than Sonic 2 did. I just find that funny because Sonic 3 is always paraded around as the best Sonic game or the best classic Sonic game. When, you know, if you look at sales, it's sold worse than Sonic 1 by the largest of margins. Same with Sonic 2. And I get probably the majority of those Sonic 1 sales were just by Sega making Sonic 1 a pack-in game. But still, that is a lot of people who played Sonic 1 and then just, for whatever reason, never played Sonic 2 or 3. Which I find very funny. I think it just goes to show which game is superior. Also, just Sonic 1 is the perfect length for what it is. That you can just sit down, play in like an hour, and be satisfied with it. Like, I will never get tired of running through Sonic 1. Sonic 2, you know, not really. I mean, the first half is always fun. Second half is kind of mid. Sonic CD, I don't know. I have to play that game in 2 different settings most time I play it. And then Sonic 3, no, I just... Oof. Sonic 3 is a game I play once, with each character. I enjoy it the first time, it's Sonic and Tails. I tolerate it the second time, and I'm just ready for it to be over during the Knuckles playthrough. Which is why most times I don't finish my Knuckles playthrough. As a matter of fact, on Origins, my Knuckles playthrough is still not finished. Oh my god, Knuckles. If you're getting launched into the air gift too, Sega really does not like you being in the air. Also, I'm pretty sure if it wasn't for Knuckles already being added into the mobile ports of Sonic 1, Sega would have just released Sonic Origins with Knuckles only. Yeah, I don't even think Knuckles would have been added to Sonic 1. I'm pretty sure Sega would have been perfectly happy with him being playable in Sonic 2. And that's the only extra games they probably would have put any character. And that's probably the only extra characters they would have gotten any appearance if it went for Origins Plus. There we go. Nice and neat. Awesome. Now, I kind of understand the fact that people might call Sonic 2, 3, and CD better than 1 just because I do feel like some of the level designs are better in that game. It's just the game overall is what I'm looking at whenever I say, oh yeah, Sonic 1 is the best classic Sonic game. Because to me, Sonic 3, or Sonic CD, or Sonic 2, or any of the classic games could have the best level design in the world. Another could have the best music ever produced, being peak Sonic, or just peak music in general. And then one could have the most fun gameplay ever. The problem with that is, as an overall experience, each game would be incredibly lacking. How the hell did that crush me? And I saw a checkpoint and I ignored it. This is what I get. For some reason I thought I was gonna get crushed. Don't go under there. Okay. No, damn it! Please tell me there's a checkpoint somewhere that I hit. Damn it! I love you, Sonic 1, and I love that Scrap Brain Zone is a very challenging level. I love that, I really do. I love that it was purposefully designed to be as challenging as possible, without being straight up unfair in most cases. But Jesus Christ, it sometimes just feel unfair with how infrequent checkpoints are. I mean, at least they make shields readily available to make it fair. Same with rings. I guess it just goes to show, playing as just Sonic games and different Sonic characters really do completely change the experience. Like, what was incredibly easy as Tails and Amy is now incredibly difficult as Knuckles. And will probably mildly frustrate me as Sonic. But I did it. Another lap to Scrap Brain done and over with. Oh. You know, I've had a thought of what could improve Sonic Origins. Like, imagine this if you will. You boot up the game, you get the intro, you press start on the start screen, you get the opening cutscene to Sonic 1, and then it just cuts to the game, you know. You just start the game, and then you play through, and then, you know, and then it just, damn man, I thought I could make it. And then it just sends you through the game, and if you ever back out of the game by quitting, it then takes you to the, you know, to like the 3D islands and Game Select for you to properly select, and then you have to unlock each game by playing it and beating it. And then after you beat Sonic 1, you unlock Sonic 2. And you're able to go through and play Sonic 2. And then once you beat Sonic 2, not only do you unlock Sonic 3, you also get Sonic, and you also then get Tails. And I just realized I said them out of order. After Sonic 2D you get, or after Sonic 1 you get Sonic 2D. And after beating Sonic 2D, not only do you unlock Amy, you also then unlock Sonic 2. And then, you know, so on and so forth for everything else. If I can get that shield. Probably not worth it. Okay. I have it now. Let's not lose it instantly. Okay. And there we go, just shortcut all of Scrapbrainiac 2. But, yeah, I think it would be really cool if that's how Origins was set up and you had to unlock everything. And then once you unlock Sonic 3 and beat it, you then not only get Knuckles playable in all the games now, but you now unlock the Game Gear games, and they're like said to take place after the main event. You know, I think that would be cool. Also, that would work timeline-wise if you want to make the Game Gear games canon. I feel like making them take place afterwards would make more sense. Because if Sonic 1 Game Gear and Sonic 1 the Genesis are separate games, I have to ask which one's canon. I assume it's the Genesis game, but how would you work the Game Gear game into canon? Very simple. It takes place after Sonic, after all the games. It's just Sonic stuffing Eggman. You could maybe even make it like a prequel to Sonic 3 if you wanted. Now that wouldn't work because Sonic 2 immediately leaves off and it immediately goes to Sonic 3. Well, if you're using the old canon where Sonic finds a magical ring that paints it right in. If we're using that version of the story, then yeah. Another point in Sonic 1's favor is with how short this game is. It's not a drag to go through multiple times. And I almost don't mind not having save files for it. Or at least the ability to go back and replay a level on my save whenever I feel like it. I'm almost okay with it for Sonic 1. Not with any other game though. Thankfully Sonic 3 stays the same, and even that, I don't know. It's just it's too long of a game to go back and run through over and over and over again, infinitely with each character. More so with Sonic 3 as a slick game is it more fun, but I can't stand Sonic and Knuckles on its own. I'm glad for Origins, they just combined the two. Also, what's the canon explanation for Knuckles, Tails, and Amy going through the events of Sonic 1? What's the canon event here? I really want to know. So, anyway, yeah, I'm now done with Sonic 1. Only took me 14 fucking years to do. Alright, quick debate in the comments. What kind of phone do you think the different Sonic characters use? Me personally, I think it's either one or two things. It's either they use Android, or they do, or Tails, they can make them their own custom whatever. That's what I think. Most likely, it's just, most likely it's that Tails makes them custom phones for them to use. That, or they just like, I can imagine with how they adventure around and fight robots a lot, they want to get like cheap disposable phones. So I could see them choosing to use like Android since they're cheap and easy to replace. Also, Androids are just better in general because they can literally do anything you want them to, and they're like pretty easy to fix. But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see all of you when I start Sonic CD.